up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be kind of a get ready with me talk through. I've been watching a lot of Luster Lux and Desi Perkins and Patrick Star, and they always do like talk throughs, but they're like half talk throughs, half voiceovers. So I normally just do voiceovers because they're quick and I don't always have a whole lot of time to film, so that's normally why I do voiceovers. But today I had a little extra time and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do me some talk through. So we're gonna do a talk through, and I always feel like I just talk so much that I just sometimes I have to just. I have no makeup on right now except for my eyebrows. I did put my eyebrows on because I can never do them well on camera and I always feel rushed. I just needed time to do my eyebrows, and you know when you're having a good eyebrow day and you're just like, thank you. Thank you, eyebrow god above. Without further ado, let's get into today's tutorial. Just pull this hair back. I always have my hair in like a messy bun and stuff like that, and I never look cute. So I'm trying, I swear. I'm trying to look cute for y'all. So the first thing I'm going to do today is start with my eyes, because we are going to be using like pigments and stuff that's very glittery and can have a lot of fallout. So whenever you do that, you want to start with a bare face, or if you want just your foundation on. Ideally bare face, because then you can wipe everything away, but if you still want to do your foundation first, you can do that. It will wipe away, just not as easily. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is applying some tape, and I'm just going to be doing this to kind of keep a sharper edge when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I don't always do this because sometimes it's a little harsh and a little dramatic. But today, because we are doing something a little more dramatic and stuff, I am going to be applying this. So you just want to kind of apply it where you would kind of apply your eyeliner. It doesn't have to be as sharp as that. It can be out more, it can be up more. You can just kind of experiment to figure out what works best for your eye shape. Also, I'm just putting this on the back of my hand once. I'm sure you've seen me do this tons of times because I've used tape before, but I just do this because then we don't have like super stickiness on your face, even though I have the cheap tape, so it's not that sticky anyhow. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my eyes, and I'm just going to be using the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer to do this. If you have very greasy lids, you're definitely going to want to use a primer. So now I'm just going to be going in with this shade right here, this white one. This is called Porcelain, and it is from Morphe. So I'm just going to pat this all over my lid and on my brow bone. It's going to set our primer, and it's also going to highlight our brow bone. I'm just using a Bella Pierre brush. These Bella Pierre brushes, they're super expensive. I don't think they're worth it. I just got them as a gift, and that is why I have them. Otherwise, I would not use these. I don't think they're worth it at all. So anyways, I'm going to be going in with Colourpop's Cup of Feel eyeshadow. I feel like it's such a cool name, like Cup of Feel. It is just one of their matte shades. It's kind of like a nice peachy neutral shade. I'm going to be using a Sigma E35 to blend this into my crease. I've never used one of these Colourpop shadows, so we'll see how that goes. So far, I have to say I like this. It gives kind of a nice wash. I wasn't sure how these were going to apply because I know that Colourpop eyeshadows don't apply so well with a brush. I'm going to be going in with Hanky Panky, also from Colourpop. This is just more of a neutral, almost reddish toned eyeshadow, but it's also a matte shadow. And I'm using that on the same Sigma brush. Because I want to kind of create a little bit of a halo eye, I'm going to be going in with a darker color. And I'm going to be using this eyeshadow right here. This is from Stila, and it is in the shade Illimani, I think. So yeah, Illimani. I'm just taking a F63 to kind of pack this on the outer and inner corner of my eye. Now I'm going to go back in with Cup of Feel and that Sigma E35 that I had before and just kind of blend out the edges. Because as you can see, they look a little choppy. I'm just going to blend everything out. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this Just Keep Blending brush. It's a BB5. I don't know where I got this from. I got it in a beauty box called Beauty Box 5. I got it. It's a subscription box. I got it, but it's very pointed, very precise. And I'm going to take my e.l.f. Matte palette, if I can get it open. And I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Maybe mix it with a little bit of this to kind of deepen up that cut crease. I'm just going to go in with the clean, this is not, clean, it might have a little eyeshadow on it. It doesn't need to be completely clean, but this is just the same Sigma E35 with no additional product on it. I'm going to blend out the edges. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of this really kind of off-white and just really go to town with the edges. So as you can see, this is kind of just bringing the eyeshadow up a little bit, kind of past the crease. So I'm going to go in with Kathleen Lights from the Kathleen Lights Quad. It's just a really pretty gold copper. I'm going to be applying some of the e.l.f. glitter primer. This is the first time I'm going to be using this primer on my eyes. We'll see how that works. I'm just going to do this with another Bella Pierre brush. Now that my lids are all nice and sticky, I'm just going to take this same Bella Pierre brush and I'm going to take Kathleen Lights. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger just to kind of deepen that up, and I'm applying this all the way up to the crease. Now I'm just going to kind of blend that out, and I'm just going to be taking that same blending brush and a little bit more of this red shade in the Matte for Matte palette. Again, just going to blend out with a clean blending brush. And the pigment I'm going to be using today is Mink from NYX. It's one of their little glitter pigment things. I've used this before and I love it. It looks very like kind of neutral shimmery, but it is like gold champagne perfection. I'm wetting my brush with some of that Makeup Lock and Seal. I'm just going to kind of tap this on the eye with no product on, just the Makeup Lock and Seal. And you don't want your brush soaking, but you want it pretty wet. I'm just going to dip this brush into the pigment. These have such little holes, they're so hard to get. So you can see this one's more of a gold copper. As you can see, it's kind of like duochrome almost, and this one's very orange copper. So that's why I'm applying this Mink shade over it, because it kind of gives it a cool effect. With no additional product on it, I'm just going to take this brush right here and kind of blend everything together. You do want this to be kind of harsh, like you want to be able to see that it goes matte into shimmer, but you don't want it to be too harsh. To kind of lessen the harshness, I'm going to take this baked shadow from e.l.f. in Toasted. This is kind of like a shimmery shadow because they're baked, but they're still super blendable, so I'm just going to kind of use this so it's not matte, shimmer, matte. I didn't really want to do liner with this look because I feel like, I don't know, I just really like halo eyes with no liner. So I'm just going to remove my tape. You don't really need tape for this look because it wasn't a super sharp look. I just like to use it to kind of sharpen everything up, as you can see. And so now I'm just going to be applying some mascara, and I was going to do falsies today, but I just don't feel like putting them on. Don't curl them lashes. This look would look beautiful with some nice fluffy falsies, like, oh, I don't know, like the Ardell Demi Wispies, the Ardell Wispies, Velour Wispy Sweet Nothings. I'm just going to be taking my e.l.f. Beautifully Bare mascara, which is like super tiny. This has quickly become like my new favorite mascara. It's like my obsession. So I'm just going to be applying this. I'm just going to take my Ico Black Magic mascara as well. Just apply this just to give me a little bit more volume. So now I am going to be doing my face, and I'm going to start out by priming. I'm actually going to be using the Benefit Professional and the hydrating face primer on the rest of my face, and then mixing this in with my foundation. Hydrating primer on first. A silicone-based primer, I think. At least it feels that way. So I feel like this is gonna fill in your pores, but it also is really nice and moisturizing. I don't feel like it prolongs the wear of my makeup necessarily. And kind of in my T-zone or anywhere where my makeup tends to break up, I'm going to put a little bit of the Professional because it is magic in a bottle. So I'm going to do what I did in my last makeup tutorial, which was mixing the e.l.f. foundation serum, the Maybelline Fit Me, and this W7 High Definition foundation all together. I really liked how this looked, and it wore so well. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm using each of these foundations. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me because it is very liquidy and it's also very dewy, and I feel like it gives a nice medium coverage. However, using this by itself, it's a little orange and a little bit dark on me. I have such a hard time with the Fit Me because I feel like the next shade is too pink and the other shade is too dark. So I can't really find a good shade in the Fit Me that fits me. But that's why I am adding the high definition one, just like one little pump of that to kind of lighten it up. And then because I have a very yellow skin tone, I'm going to be using the foundation serum since it's pretty yellow. I'm just going to use like 2 pumps of that because this is very thin and liquidy, and I prefer my foundation liquidy. I just like how it be. Oh, I forgot to mix in the Pearl by Invasion. I love mixing in like liquid highlighters with my foundation. I just feel like it gives it such a pretty look. So now I'm just going to blend this in using a Real Techniques beauty sponge. I'm going to be mixing together the HD Lifting Concealer from e.l.f. and the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Light. I like the e.l.f. one because it's a little bit darker and closer to my skin tone, and I just really like the appearance of it. And then I like the Fit Me because it is a little bit lighter. So then again, with my sponge, I'm blending this all in. So I got this in my beauty box, and it is the Glamazon stick. It's a creamy highlighting crayon. I want to try this, so let's try putting it directly under my face. No? Finger? Did it really do anything? Oh, maybe a little bit. I'm just going to be taking the e.l.f. High Definition Setting Powder. Never used this before, so this will be an experience. I'm just going to kind of set my under eyes with this. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. pressed powder and this kabuki brush that I got on Amazon. I'm going to try this out. I wanted to use this for foundation, but then I decided nah. So I'm going to try this out for powder. I'm going to be using the Balm Desert bronzer slash blush. I used this yesterday on a very natural look, and it looked so beautiful. So I want to see what it looks like with a more intense look. So keeping with the dewy theme, I'm going to be actually using a highlighter as a blush. It's the Cindy Luminizer from the Balm. I'm just going to be using this as my blush because it is a pink highlighter. It's a little pink for me to use as, you know, a highlight. I can't find the brush I want to use, so we're going to be using this one. This is an H&M one. You don't want to apply it super heavily, but it's such a pretty color. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be using Electric Slide from Colourpop because it's super gold and absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to go awesome with the look that I am wearing right now. So to kind of go over that, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. I'm going to take the shade right here. It's kind of like a yellowy highlight. Yes, come through highlight. my lower lash line, I don't want to go too intense. So I'm going to first line it with this Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Nude. Then for under my eyes, I'm going to take Toasted from e.l.f. again and just kind of blend this under my eyes. Then just apply some mascara. So I'm just going to be taking my e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick in the shade in the Nude. And I think I'm going to take the OCC Lip Tar in Interlace. I'm just going to set everything using my Dewy Finish Setting Spray. So that is it for this tutorial, you guys. Oh my god, this was such an ordeal of a tutorial. I feel like it was so long. I am so sorry. I'm going to try to edit this down the best I can. But yeah, I am super in love with this look, and I'm so sorry about the mess that I have going on in the background. C'est la vie. If you guys liked this look, then please give this video a big thumbs up. If you want, just like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you guys come back and give me feedback. I would love feedback. I love getting feedback, honestly. So yeah, that's it for this video. So I'll see you guys later.
So now that I have kind of a defined crease, I want to kind of, Zach, yeah, you know what? It's kind of matte, shimmer matte. I'm going to a big event in Saratoga, so I want to look Billy. I'm going to be using the Happy Nor 4 upstairs. I'm going to try this down. Put my lower, no, on top, down there, top.